Hello everyone, welcome back to We Flip Cars. Thanks for tuning in, hope you're doing well. I am now back, fully recharged, back from my little break, and I've come back to a pretty much empty forecourt. Now there's nothing worse than empty spaces. We've got to buy some cars. We can't be paying rent for an empty forecourt. But unfortunately, the hardest part about this job is finding the cars. Anyone that tells you that selling cars for a living is hard work, they're lying to you. Finding them is the hard bit. So let's get to it and see what we can find. So yesterday, on a Sunday, the day of rest, but we all know that there's no rest for the wicked, especially in the car game and especially when you're self-employed. I spent most of the day searching through dealer auction, trying to find some cars for stock. So I've managed to put in my shortlist a few that are ending today. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Whether we're going to be able to win any of those, we're not too sure, but we'll definitely have a go because we do need cars. Right, so first up, this one's ending in 27 minutes. It's a little Hyundai i30. I like the look of this one. So it's definitely in the right colour. It's 86,000 miles, 2017, 1.4 petrol. Looks like it could be a good car, this one. So it's currently on 2650. It's got an MOT round until April next year with no advisories on the current MOT, so that's always good. Now it gives an Auto Trader retail rating of 83 out of 100, so it will be quite a popular car, with an Auto Trader recommended retail of 5294. So definitely in the sort of price range that we are looking for. It's in Staffordshire, so it's 195 miles away from us, £185 plus VAT in delivery, but we might even jump on a train and go and pick that up. So 6-speed manual, one previous owner. Now there are a few bits of damage around this car. If we look at the vehicle condition report, it does identify them. But if we look at the pictures, it should show them in more detail. A bit of snow there. But yeah, nice car. Do like these, they're a good popular little car, but let's get on to this bit of damage when we can see it. So there's a scrape there all along the side, so it might even want the whole side painted. I don't know if I want to take this on really. Do we need something with a load of paintwork? Scrape there, and then onto the other side. Yeah, I don't know if we need that. We want cars that are ready to go, don't we, to fill the forecourt. So I will keep an eye on that. I mean, if it's cheap enough, then we probably will have a bid. Right, Nissan Navara. Now this is probably high value for a stock car, but I half fancy this for myself, you know. I love a Navara, especially an auto, and this is a nice one, 2020, 49,000 miles, one previous owner. It's only got one key, that's strange on a late truck like that. But again, nice long MOT, around till July next year, no defects, so no advisories. Drives well, auto box feels fine, all electrics work, all looks good on this one. Final price is plus VAT, it's obviously commercial, so there will be VAT to add on it. And this one is in Wolverhampton, so 182 miles away, £172 plus VAT for delivery. 7-speed, one previous owner. Yeah, I really like the look at this. Probably shouldn't be buying this for myself, to be honest, but obviously we would have it for sale. Yeah, I love a Navara. I don't know what those stickers are. Is that because of the model? Or someone put those on? But look at the black wheels, black grille. That looks fresh on the white, doesn't it? I would fancy that for myself. Again, if it's cheap enough, I will have a bid, but I think that'll make a fortune. Right, back onto the more practical stock cars that we've found. Right, so this Kia Sportage, this caught my eye because it's got a buy it now of 5,950 and a retail of 8,700. It's a petrol, 67 plate, done 82,000 miles, so not mega up on the miles, and no one's really bidding on this, and I will tell you why. This is why you always have to read the descriptions. So we've got one previous owner. There is a few marks around it. We'll show you those on the pictures in a minute. 3 advisories on the current MOT. And it looks like the MOT is actually expired. So September 24, that's expired. Tyre, and the brake pads. That's not the end of the world, is it? But look at that. The car is in limp mode. Car needs to be revved a bit to start. So that is definitely going to want some sorting out. But yeah, as I said, when we look at the retail, 8776. It's only in Northamptonshire, 126 miles away. £120 plus VAT, that's driven. We'd probably have to get that transported, wouldn't we? £182 plus VAT because of the problems on it. So again, is it one that we need? Do we want the aggro? It's slim pickings on the cars that I found, so we might have to take something on that does need a bit of work. We don't mind paintwork, mechanical work. Ooh, do we want that drama? It's got good service history, so you'd like to think it's been well maintained. I don't know. How much of a problem can that be on a a petrol Kia. They're usually good news and reliable, aren't they? Don't know, we'll have a think about that and we will get back to that one. Right, now this would be prime stock for us. Look at this Qashqai. What a lovely colour this is as well. So it's a 1.2 petrol, we like those, 2018 68 plates, 71,000 miles, part service history, 2 keys, 1 previous owner. It's on 5,050 quid, but wow, look at that vehicle condition report. That is some serious damage on that. We'll have a look at the pictures in a minute and see if we can identify exactly what those are. One minor on the current MOT, near side front anti-roll bar linkage, dust cover severely deteriorated. That's not an issue, is it? I'm sure we can sort that. And it looks like the MOT's just been done, so that would be nice. Lady owner since 2019, 4 services, 1 Nissan, appears to drive fine, nice spec, 12 amps MOT, outside, most should polish, scuffed the front bumper, dents the passenger side and rear quarter, otherwise the odd chip, ding and mark that should polish. 1 key not working on the bit, otherwise light vac. So doesn't need a mega going over. So it's got a retail of 9710 and again a strong retail rating, 79 out of 100. £200 plus VAT delivery. It's in Staffordshire. Let's have a look at these pictures though and see what all that is on that chart, because that looks mad, but sometimes they do go over the top on it and it's not as bad as it looks on the chart. See what we can find. So the front looks okay. It's definitely a nice colour. It's got those nice polished wheels. We do like those. Right, can we see anything on there? Not sure what they're trying to highlight there. It could all just be little scuffs, you know. Some of the dealers, they do go mad, which we don't mind. Yeah, some scuffs on the back bumper. Nothing on the roof. The wheels look good. They usually want refurbishing. There could be a little mark there. Could be a dent. And I think a lot of it is just light scratches, you know. They put plenty of pictures on here, so they're not trying to hide anything. That would hopefully polish. Maybe we'll want a bit of paint on it. Again, that wheel looks good. That's not too nice, is it? Looks like they've let a dog up on the dashboard there. Pano roof. Yeah, I think this car is worth saving. It is worth doing the little bits on it. Plenty of pictures on there. We'll keep an eye on that. I like the colour. I think if we could get that within budget, and if there's enough profit in it to sort the bits, that's worth a look. Little Citroen C3, 1 litre. Now this would be a little cheapy, wouldn't it? Retails at 3,100 quid. Let's have a look. Why did I save this one? What caught my eye about this? Maybe the colour, 64,000 miles, nice on the miles. It's a 1 litre petrol, so it'd be nice and cheap to insure and tax. Be nice and economical. 3 previous owners. It's only on 800 quid, so the retail just over 3 grand. That'd be all right, won't it? Nice long MOT. Again, no defects listed. Let's see what they put in the description. It's a short one. Last owner since 2022. 3 services. Engine management light is on. Seems to be driving fine, so that might be something minor. But again, do we want the aggro? Why have I listed these cars with aggro? It just shows you that there's not many cars on there for me to find, does it? I think I'm going to skip that one. Let's get straight onto this Hyundai i20. Now this looks like it could be all right. Again, it will be just another little cheapie. This is a 10 plate, so quite an old car, but 44,000 miles, 2010, 0 previous owners. What about that? A little 1 owner gem. Again, covered in marks and bits and pieces. Let's go straight onto the pictures, because rather than look at that splat, let's see if we can find, yeah, once that bumper corner painted. That one looks all right, but it does look a slightly different colour, but sometimes they can. Plastic bumpers, especially on silver, they often look different to the wing. Nasty scrape on that bonnet there. But for a car that's 14 years old, does it need to be immaculate? I mean, I think the 1 owner and the low mileage would sell it. But yeah, they put, oh, that's nasty, isn't it? Once that whole back bumper painted. You can tell that I didn't go through these pictures yesterday, can't you? I just chucked him on my watch list. Look at that one, big hole there. I think we're going to have to leave that one, people. That is a bit too far gone for us, isn't it?
Whilst we're on the subject of struggling to buy cars that are in good condition, this car, we sold it about 2 years ago to a lovely girl, and we've actually had her pop in over the last couple of hours. She's gone out for the day, so she said she'd leave it with us because she wants to sell it. Now, we haven't got anything that she's looking for. She's looking for an SUV, and we haven't got any at the minute. Now, I did say to her we probably would buy it anyway, but we didn't realise the condition. Let's have a look at the condition, shall we? Now, from this side, everything looks good. Obviously, we know this car. We actually bought it from a main dealer. It was an Audi main dealer about 2 years ago. It's got full service history. She said that she has kept up with the services, so everything along those lines is all good. It's a perfect little car, 1.4 TFSI Audi A1 on a 14 plate, done only 62,000 miles. Beautiful bit of stock. We've got another one just there on a 16 plate, done 70 odd thousand miles. We love them, but I don't think we'll be able to buy this one. Well, I suppose we always can, but look at the state of it. I might as well kick it. Boom! I don't think that's so far gone. What has she done? She hasn't even told me. She didn't even mention it. How can she not mention that? You'd have thought that'd be the first thing she says. I've got the car that I bought off you a little while ago. I want to sell it again. I'll leave it here with you to have a look round it. But I won't tell you it's got a bloody hole in the side of it. How bad is that? It's actually gripped onto this subframe and bent the subframe in. Now that is going to be an expensive fix. I reckon that's going to cost us about £1,000 to get that sorted. So, is it worth us buying this car? Is it worth painting the side of that? I don't know. I might have to give her a call and tell her it ain't for us. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll have a think about it. We are desperate for stock, but I don't think we're that desperate.
But in more positive news, the little Fiat 500 you might have seen on the previous video, we've had that car in stock less than a week. It is a mint little car, and the first people that come and looked at it, they absolutely loved it, took it for a nice long drive. But when they got back, they wanted £300 off of that car. Now, thanks to everyone for jumping in the comments. A lot of you did say we should have let them take it, should have let them have the £300 off. It isn't a bundle of money. And you're right, £300 isn't a fortune, but in terms of percentage, that's almost 10% off of that little gem that we've advertised for £3,995. I told Liam I think he did the right thing by sticking to his guns. He let them have 95 quid off as a goodwill gesture. And he obviously did do the right thing, because yesterday they texted him on a Sunday and said, we'd love to have the car, can we please leave a deposit and pick it up later on in the week. So maybe they've gone and looked at the other car and it wasn't as nice as that. We had a sneaky feeling they would come back for this car. Maybe they slept on it, or maybe they did go and look at the other one, and it's made them realise how clean this is for an 11-year-old car. Just over 50,000 miles, family owned from new, good service history, cam belt's been done. You just can't find them like this. This is what we really struggle with, especially this lower end of the market. Trying to find a good saleable car and earning a profit in it for this sort of price range is almost impossible. This isn't a wholesale item. We can't go to the cash and carry and buy a box of these. We have to search high and low for these little cars. That's why we're so reluctant to discount them, and I think 95 quid off of this price after having it in stock just for a week is fair. I really do. And ultimately, we haven't earned a bundle of profit, but we have had a nice quick sale. Customer's got a lovely little car, so she's happy. And now it's the impossible job of trying to replace it. Back to the watch list. Let's see what else we've got in here. Right, Hyundai. So we found this Audi A4. It's a 2-litre TDI. We do want small cars really, and petrol, but I think this caught my eye because it's local. It's Tunbridge. It's at a Volvo main dealer that we have bought off before. I don't know, would this be any good news? It's on £4,580. A couple of little wheel scuffs, a couple of little marks. No defects on the current MOT until July. That's good again. Let's read this description and go through it. So full service history, that's good. 2-litre TDI diesel engine with 177 horsepower, manual transmission, Euro 5 emissions, full leather interior, SE Technic trim, offering premium features like advanced infotainment and driver assistance system. So it's a good spec one. Yeah, they don't go through the condition too much on this one. It's ideal for both city and motorway driving, providing a refined driving experience. Yep. With only one previous owner and a full service record, this car is a great opportunity for anyone looking for a quality, well cared for vehicle. I don't know if you used AI for that description, but it doesn't really list much of the damage, does it? So 9,896 recommended retail, 81 out of 100, sounds good. It's only 27 miles up from us. We've bought off these people before. They're pretty good on their descriptions normally. So let's have a look at the pictures and see what this one looks like. Lovely colour, isn't it? 15 plate, Audi A4. Are they popular? Not too sure. We haven't had one of these in stock for a while. Oh, nasty bit on that back bumper there, so that is going to want painting. It just shows you that you can very rarely buy a car that doesn't want any paintwork. A little bit on that bit there. A scuff on the front bumper. Another scuff down low on the front bumper. Scuff on the other side. It's going to want a fair bit of paintwork, isn't it? But lovely bit of leather trim. Again, I just don't know if we want cars that want issues. I know it sounds like we're just trying to buy stuff that's ready to go. Ultimately, that's what we're all trying to do in the trade, but it's impossible to buy cars that are ready to go. So what else have we got on our list? We have got a little Kia Picanto. So this ends tomorrow, but I've had these before, these little GT lines. Now these are really nice spec cars. Retail of 8,700. Let's click on this and have a look at the pictures because I definitely would fancy this for stock. So it's 53,000 miles, one previous owner. They're a little 1 litre petrol. Really good news cars these. 2 keys. They've listed nothing on the splat, so they put seller indicated that there is no damage on this vehicle. So you never know, it could be. No defects on the current MOT, but it's only until January next year, so we would have to put a year on it. What have they put in the description? 53k, great spec, taken in part exchange for a Mazda CX-5, starts and runs and drives as it should, everything pressed and works, and it looks a nice car throughout with no reconditioning requirement I can see. That was wet, so please allow for a couple of small bits. Oh, that old chestnut, they took the photos in the rain, so there probably will be a couple of bits on it. It's unlikely there won't be anything to do. Comes with full book pack, 2 remote keys, lock and wheel nut keys, service book. Looks good, doesn't it? But that will make a bundle of money if that's anything like they've described. So it's in Dorset, it's £138 plus VAT, 145 miles away. Yeah, £138 plus VAT to be driven and delivered. I really like that car. Let's look at the pictures. Let's see if it's as clean as what they're saying it is. Does look nice, doesn't it? Just love the little red touches on these GT lines. Sold one of these about a year ago and it flew away. Look at the red trim. Yeah, love that. Really good cars, these little Kia Picantos. Really reliable, really popular. I don't know if we'll be able to get anywhere near this. I mean, this one ends tomorrow, so might be for another video, but definitely would love that in stock. Right, what else have we got on the list, people? There's a couple of cars here that I was going to show you. Just dreaming, really, but look at that Lambo. And look at that Bentley. Should we play a little game and have a little dream and pretend that one day we might be able to afford something like this? 5.2. I don't know a lot about these. I'm not going to pretend I know all the specs. But what a weapon of a car. Let's just have a look through the pictures, shall we? Because that's about as far as I can go with this one. I can't talk about it too much, but it's a bit of a dream. One day, maybe, gonna have to sell a few cars in between. Bit of a leery colour, isn't it? But I suppose you've got to have, if you're brave enough to drive that Lambo, you want it leery. Probably more up my street is this Bentley Flying Spur. What about that? Look at that, 2023, 4,000 miles. It's a hybrid petrol electric plug-in. £130,000 starting price. What do they give us a retail on this? No, they can't even give a retail rating. It's not available. Just too high value for them to retail, really. But it does say the highest price similar vehicle on Auto Trader is £179,950. I think I'm about 178 grand short on that one, so we won't be buying it. But let's have a look through these pictures and dream, shall we? It's funny that you find these sort of cars on dealer auction. I mean, why wouldn't you be retailing that car? I do not know. Why would you be offering that to the trade? Look at that. Look at it. It's got TVs bigger than I've got in my lounge in the back seat. What a weapon of a car. Yeah, that's enough of that. Just dreaming. Right, let's get back to our list and see, when's that little Hyundai ending? That's going to be the first one that we might have a bid on. It's gone up to 3 grand with all that damage. I don't know. I just don't know if we're going to buy any of these, you know. Right, let's get back to it and hopefully show you a bit of live bidding and maybe even win something. Who knows? Right, people, bit of an anticlimax to this video, I'm afraid. We decided after looking through those cars in more detail, we didn't actually bid on any because they were all shit, basically, weren't they, Lee?
They were crap, yeah. They were really awful. Now, we need to find more cars. We never had this problem at our old premises. We only needed to stock a maximum of 12 vehicles at any one time. And it was a bit like a football situation, a roll-on, roll-off substitution with the cars. We were sort of buying one, we were sort of selling one, and then buying one back in to replace it.
Yeah, a lot easier with less numbers, but we've now got a 30 car site. We need the stock. So if anyone's got a decent car out there Don't think you're going to take advantage of our desperate situation, but if you have got a good car for sale, we will pay good money for it. Hit us up. You can email us at sales@kentcargroup.co.uk.
All you need to do is just send us over all the details of the vehicle, a few pictures if you can. You can also send us a WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 07789 909 757. You can send over all the vehicle details over to that number as well, and we'll get back to you ASAP and probably be able to collect the very same day because we need cars.
And we've got nothing else to do. So yeah, send them in, people. Anyway, hopefully you did still enjoy today's video. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe.
And we'll see you very soon in our next video. But first, I'm going to munch on some sweets.